Hello everyone, and good evening, or possibly a good morning. I am the Silver-Quill, and once again I return to the world of the interwebs. It is a strange place, often quite silly. Yes, quite silly. Quite. And with me this evening, I have an expert in things anime, including art. Please welcome AnimeChristy.
I wouldn't say expert, but yeah, I'm a weeb. For a good 10 to 12 years of my life, hi, I'm the weeb.
Hello, the weeb.
Weeb.
Weeb, a weeb, a weeb away, a weeb away, a weeb away.
Hello everybody, how are y'all doing?
Well, I know from the chat that we're a mix of things tonight. First off, I want to express my condolences to Enderpup, who recently lost a pet. I'm so sorry for that feeling, that loss of a family member. So I appreciate you still joining us this evening, but I hope you're taking it easy on yourself.
Yes, please do, and, well, you know, do whatever you gotta do, and I am very sorry for your loss.
Now, Ender's asking, how did I handle when my dog Wrigley died about a year ago? I had to unplug for a good while. I stopped doing things online for several months. Lost Wrigley at the very tail end of February and didn't really do anything again until Easter. You got to give yourself permission to assimilate the grief, to give yourself time. There's nothing wrong with you feeling sad or angry or any of 100 other emotions you might be experiencing. You got to give yourself time to experience those feelings. And sometimes that means being quiet, or sometimes it means being loud. People handle things in their own way.
Yeah, I know that feeling. I know that whenever I lose a pet, I get uncontrollably sad and I want to cry for days and days. And it's hard. It's always hard because, well, you know, they're your cute furry friend who is with you during the good and the bad times. And it's always hard to let go. And then I don't know where I'm going with my end point, but yeah, you get what I mean, right? I'm not good with words or explaining myself.
I get what you mean. And, well, another comparison, before Wrigley, we had a dog named Shay. And when we lost Shay, felt like an emotional fuse had blown in my brain. I couldn't feel much of anything. I mean anything. It wasn't until I started playing Halo 3 ODST, and then the rest of the Halo series, that an adrenaline spike from the video game got me to do something. Not a lot, but something. And so, but then when we lost Wrigley, games didn't do it for me that time. Oddly enough, I developed an interest in cosmic horror.
Really?
Yes, it was a very...
Cosmic horror.
Cosmic horror. With all the tentacles...
That feels...
Go ahead.
That doesn't sound like it should be anything, but explain, what is cosmic horror?
Oh!
I'm sorry, I'm not making fun. I'm not trying to make fun of it. It's just like, cosmic horror, what does that even mean?
Oh, this is... well, I will give a full explanation, but first I want to just give a shout out to folks before I embrace you in tales of scariness.
Oh Lord. Lord. Oh Lord, it coming.
So, Enderpup, I'm grateful that you here. Don't ever feel like that's a commitment. Prince Apollo, who recently learned that may in fact be related to royalty from way back when. Jude 3300, Gojerlion 91, Sherry Fluffbelly Official, which thank you for the wonderful artwork. But Trinary and Peppermint Presents, who is still probably bleaching her eyes after seeing my Eternal Sailor Moon form. And this isn't even my final form.
Oh no.
Joe Leo and Pokemon Fire Eevee. Katie the War Hero E2 Tank Engine 105. Oh my goodness, we were paid by the syllable on that one. Evangelion 007 M480 Thunderbird. Hawkfire and Inquisitor 751. And Jasper Flair and Elizabeth Snowbell, hello to all. And over on the Twitchy Twitch, Helsing Ghost and Seth Moss, and also Cherry Fluff Belly there. So
many people.
So many people, so little time. Okay.
Well, I should have brought the sake, but I didn't because I ran out of it. So oops.
You can sake to me later. So, what is cosmic horror? This is you've heard of Cthulhu? Big
Cthulhu.
There you go.
Cthulhu. Sorry. That was an old South Park episode from way back in my day, back when I was an immature little gremlin who watched it even though her parents told her she wasn't allowed to.
So, last month?
24!
Hush, youngin'.
Oh, Lord.
You forget who you're speaking to. Me.
Yeah, that's why I call you the old man, and you will be forever until I turn 30.
I'll still be the old man. I mean, I'm assuming I'll still be trucking along, so, you know. I had a friend who said he was catching up to me in years, and I was like, that's never going to happen. That can't physically happen. Unless I'm, like, frozen in ice, and even then I'm still technically older. Oh, great. Carbonite Silver-Quill. But, okay, so you know Cthulhu from Cocoon and Friends. Cocoon.
Yes.
Well, that was...
back when I was younger, I could do the Cartman voice, but I can no longer do it.
Oh my god, you guys, seriously. Nah, I can't do it either.
I'd have to warm myself up in order to do it, but I don't feel like I should during the stream, or else I'm probably just going to humiliate myself further.
Oh, have no fear. I humiliate myself all the time. You should see some of the tentacle blunders I've had.
Yeah.
But our boy Cthulhu, well, he's the creation of H.P. Lovecraft, a guy who basically defined the cosmic horror genre. The basic premise is the universe is so great and vast that likely it has beings terribly powerful and incomprehensible to us. We're a little island of ignorance in a sea of dark and terrible knowledge. And so if any such being were to take an interest in us, it would be a lot like a kid kicking over an anthill. That's how he figures everyone would view us. So cosmic horror...
It took me a while to kind of think about... Go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, it's like, it took me a while to, like, kind of think about the concept of cosmic horror in a nutshell. One of the things that is now coming to my mind as you describe it is Alien.
Oh, yes. Yes, that... Before Prometheus, and I never saw Alien, what was the second one, the sequel Prometheus?
I haven't seen any Alien, so...
Well, in truth, you can stop at Alien 3. You know, it has its fair share of critics. I don't necessarily think they're wrong, but it's still a better Alien legacy than half the crud they're producing now.
Yeah. That makes sense. Although, yeah, I'm kind of kicking myself a little bit because, Alien, that would be cosmic horror.
Well, the thing is, even that would be casual in the realm of cosmic horror. Because the alien is still more or less an animal. The beings that Lovecraft invented or imagined are more akin to deities. They wouldn't bother with a face hugger. They just twist your body into whatever they needed. And boy, they do some freaky deaky stuff. Freaky deaky.
Part of me wants to mention Godzilla, but I know that somebody's going to throw trash in my face if I mention it, because I don't know why my brain went there. But I watched like this weird Godzilla like anime that came out on Netflix during the summer, and for some reason my brain went there.
Singularity
instead
points.
of I think that's it.
I watched that too.
It's been a long time since I watched it, but you understand what I'm talking about, right? Where like the entire world went to chaos and all these Godzilla monsters were appearing everywhere, only like disintegrate because they couldn't like live in our world for too long.
Yes, Stephen King's The Mist might also be a good cosmic horror example. Because again, it's creatures we couldn't possibly imagine. Now, sometimes there's an intelligence to these things, but sometimes they're more primal or mindless. Like, I believe under the Cthulhu mythos, one being, he exists at the center of the galaxy, and he's basically just a gigantic mess of eyes, mouths, and tentacles, and he just thrashes about. There's no divine intelligence to it. It's just bigger than we are. So, that's cosmic horror, and I grew fascinated with it. I think because I was in kind of a dark place, you know, expressing grief in different ways. And I was, if you listen for cosmic horror creepypasta on YouTube, there are whole channels devoted to talking about this. They do a really good job.
Oh my god, I remember being super into creepypastas when I was like in high school. Like during the early days of like the 2010s or whatever, when that was first starting to like get popular with Jeff the Killer and Slender Man and all that. But for some reason I always liked the whole like lost episode thing, even though they were all kind of bullshit. Or even like the whole like, oh, I found a video game at a garage sale and now it's haunted. Even though it's completely dumb and convoluted, and I got bored of it after a while, I still enjoy those things. Just for the concept of, oh, I could find something creepy at a garage sale and then be haunted by it forever. I wanted that life for a good while in high school.
You wanted to be haunted?
I just wanted to come across like a creepy video game or something that was haunted, because I thought that was cool, like, almost 10 years ago. How things have changed.
Yeah, now we just long for something normal and not freaky.
Oh yeah, Chinese New Year is coming up, though. I don't know why my mind went there, but I just, like, looked at a tiger, and then my mind just immediately went to Chinese New Year. Is anybody celebrating, or just me, even though I'm white bread?
Well, I mean, if there's drinks involved.
It's more like you have to eat a lot of dumplings in order to gain good wealth and good luck.
I will become the best, luckiest person in the world.
Well, you gotta do it on February 1st. Funnily enough, I learned about this in middle school when I took Chinese.
Well then, I shall commence to begin. It's the year of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. I was probably incredibly culturally insensitive just now. I apologize, and yet I would do it again. What is this duality within me?
No, I wouldn't call it, like, culturally being insensitive. I would consider it a jab at my pride when it comes to rock music.
Oh, in that case, it's a jab at everyone's pride. I have none.
I want to be mad, but I can't.
Now, let's see here. Champ to Stay would like to know, have either of us seen Fraggle Rock? Apparently,
I've heard of it. I have not seen it, though. I didn't grow up with too much, like, Muppet or Jim Henson-related material, aside from Sesame Street and a few Muppet movies.
La gasp. Well, I did grow up with Fraggle Rock, both in animated form and the puppets. So apparently they've rebooted it because sure, why not? But haven't they rebooted at this point? But apparently Apple Plus has that going. I don't know.
There are way too many subscription services to keep track of anymore. There's Apple Plus, there's Paramount Plus, HBO Max, Hulu, which has been around for as long as I can remember. Seth MacFarlane creeping me out with the snake ton. Okay, do you remember those commercials, or is it just me?
Well, truth be
told,
Hulu. That I don't remember, but I've seen lots of people with snake tongues. It's rather troubling that I can even say that. It's like, oh yeah, snake tongues. I saw that in a Weird Al video.
How is it that this is supposed to be like the anime double Desu night, and we're not even talking about anime, aside from maybe a little bit of Godzilla?
Well, you know.
By the way, what are you working on?
Well, that's just the thing. It is an anime because I'm working on Anime Quill. I made a promise long ago to review a Dragon Ball Battle of Gods movie, and there are other animes I'd like to talk about. But my Little Pony form is rather ill-suited for such a task. It's stylistically wrong. That's cute, but it's wrong. So I am coming up with an Anime Quill who might take up the baton, and I can switch the forms. In fact, as a bit of history note, in Japanese fashion, we are going right to left. Over on the far right here, this was my original...
God damn it.
My original idea for Anime Quill. Not all that different from My Little Pony. And you, Christy, you came back and you proposed an alternate take, which featured much more flowing, luxurious hair, which we know for a fact is fiction with me. And then slightly thinner body parts, especially the... chicken legs.
I'm going to make a quick disclaimer. I made this like 3, maybe 4 years ago. I didn't even remember making this until he brought it up to me, and then I cringed at myself. So this does not represent the current art that I make today.
No, if you want to see the current art she makes, you can check out her social media, DeviantArt, and Etsy shop by clicking on her card link in the description.
It's the card.
Yes, it has 2 R's. I don't know why.
Copyright reasons? Company reasons? I couldn't tell you.
But I've had enough of this leet speak, so I'm going to pronounce it card. Also, I will have to look into getting one of these cards. Anywho, taking what I had originally planned out and giving some thought to what Safi proposed. Oh, sorry, I've known Christy by several names, so I tend to swap. But
it's all right.
I created a sort of compromise, but then I also looked online for other depictions, including, well, there's this actual hippogriff who's looking like, are you checking out my bum? Stop looking at my bum. Cheeky bum looker. Try and Harry. Thank you for your support, as always. And then
some blush lines and some angy eyes, and then you got tsundere.
Tsundere. It's not like we're friends, Baka. And I really got taken by these fierce-looking griffins. I mean, they're really maybe a little too fierce. Though I also like how this griffin here implies the feathers through gradients. So, silence phone, I have no time for thee. It's all robot telemarketers. Can't stand it.
Or it could be me just randomly calling you just because I can.
Well, this is my...
That's happened before a couple times.
Yes, I know. You trolled me, but good.
I like doing that to people for some reason, even though it annoys them and tests our friendship.
Hi, Silver-Quill. Have we met?
Yeah, you're still the king of that, aren't you?
I do my best. I tried not to get up all in their grisam, but still, for shizzle.
Not gonna react, not gonna react, not gonna react.
It's okay. I can hear the rage. I can hear the rage through the phone line. The old man is talking again. Why won't he stop? Moss Grizzles.
You'd think I'd be used to it by now. No, it never gets easy.
The ride never ends. But,
Still love it, but...
But I'm just trying to figure out how much detail can I add to this guy before he becomes overly complex. I mean,
it depends on usually what kind of anime style you're going for. And you're going for, like, more of a DBZ type of ordeal to go along with the theme of the, the theme of the video, right?
Yes, although I'm okay with being a little bit more detailed, I will eventually... You know, I'm thinking of making plaid. He powers up Dragon Ball style, and his coat becomes plaid. It's every color. And it...
Oh, Lord.
And it
I was about to say, it's like, just go with, like, the typical shonen style. Just because it fits well within the theme. Because if you were to do, like, a shoujo style for, like, your character, it would be all kinds of wrong.
Oh, Safi-san, he died. Oh, she's taking the deep breath. That's how I know I've transgressed. The deep breath.
Oh, Lord. Why are we friends again?
Cosmic fate. Actually, maybe that's your own brand of cosmic horror right there. Why do I know this guy? I am part of the old ones.
Okay, to be fair, I did have an admiration of you, like, a long while ago.
Keyword there,
But now I'm looking at myself and I'm shaking my past self.
Don't
This
listen
is
to
what
him.
you've left me with. But at the same time, I have no regrets.
Well, but I love that you made the distinction. I had great respect for you. Then we actually talked. So yeah, I do want to include some shading because it's anime.
Of course.
But also, since the last stream, I'd made some tweaks. Even this array of feathers and plumage around the head is different than what people might remember. Last one, I kind of looked like I was trying to be a Yu-Gi-Oh cosplay.
It would make sense within the shonen type of theme.
But I also shortened up the claws or talons and made them a bit more bird-like. I'm not sure if they look too gnarled compared to the larger design.
You mentioned Yu-Gi-Oh, right? Lately, Manga Common has definitely been showing me how insane Yu-Gi-Oh used to be back with GX, which was like the second series after the original.
Yes, I knew him as Yuki Judai.
Basically, like the original, like English dub, before kids dub for Yu-Gi-Oh GX.
Oh yeah, come on and get your game on. You shut up! It's time to duel. That's the word. You're doing it wrong.
That entire section was just That entire season, I missed it as a kid. I went from like the original Yu-Gi-Oh to 5Ds because I skipped GX for whatever reason as a kid. GX is absolutely insane.
Oh yeah, it's bonkers. And it honestly, it gets even more bonkers in the original anime.
There is a particularly muscular guy that I saw a clip of one day. I don't even know how to describe him, but he had like a very distinctly high-pitched voice. And he talked like this, or something like that.
It's the dub. I might not be able to help you as much. I'm trying to think of a really muscular...
The dub is insane.
Well, yeah. That's one thing 4Kids never failed at. Being crazy.
I am a flaming Moltres!
Actually, that's a question from Kirsten C555. Who wants to talk about Legends Arceus?
I do.
How many man time?
Playing it for 6 hours straight before the stream.
Yes, how many man-time can you destroy in this game? Asking for a friend.
I don't know because I haven't gotten that far yet.
Oh, they're out there. And they're watching. They're always watching.
Do. As long as we don't talk about Bruno Day, I'm good.
Well, let's see here. Red Gnome 110.
Sorry, that's...
Oh, well, we're going to have to go with general impressions. Red Gnome 110 is playing Arceus right now, and Pokemon Fire Eevee, aptly named, does not want spoilers. No spoilers! So,
I won't spoil anything.
Generally speaking, how are you enjoying the game?
I'm very much enjoying the game. I had to get used to the mechanics though at first because they are completely different from the past Pokemon games, and I don't have that much experience like playing a first-person type of combat ordeal. Like, I recently got a PS5 for Christmas. Alright, and I've been playing like a variety of games. My favorite though is
I just wanted to...
The heck is that?
That was applause that you managed to actually get a hold of one of those darn things.
Well, I've been playing Yakuza Like a Dragon on that thing, but anyway, the mechanics are vastly different from like your typical Pokemon game, which is like an RPG style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Turn-based combat. It is still that, but like you have to like aim your hand at the Pokemon and try to throw it accordingly, and you have to lure them in with some berries, hide in the grass, or you have to straight on like battle them and hope to God that they stay in the Pokeball before they get your Pokemon. It's a lot. Like, there's a button for everything. It's not like double... Like, you can't press, like, the A button and then press another button to, do the same thing. No, every button has a purpose.
Is there a button that can turn rice balls into donuts?
Donuts have not been invented in this era, so no. But they do have rice balls.
Savages. Look, I will respect local cuisine, but if you have not savored the flavor of a donut, you are not in a modern era.
That's exactly the point. This game takes place way before, like, the current era. Like, we're in ancient times with this game.
Ah, so Ash is only 9 years old, then. I figure Ash must be an immortal. It's the only explanation.
It's so wrong. But that was a good joke.
Oh, I made a good joke. Hey, what do you know? I made a good joke and I got it on the stream.
Oh,
you are all witnesses. Beholdeth my glory, ith.
my goodness. Okay. I think I'm good.
You sure?
My mind. I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
Oh, but this is a good night.
It is. I was actually kind of worried that I would, like, have nothing to talk about, and I was just going to be, like, nervous and shaking and being a complete wimp through the entire stream, but no, we've been able to, like, get conversational points, and I'm proud of myself for that.
I'm proud of you, too, and you're doing great. Have no fear. But these are, come as you are parties. I mean, if you're feeling sad, feel sad, and don't let anyone make you feel, well, don't be ashamed of that. If you're having a tough time, hopefully we can boost your spirits. If you want to giggle, boy, I hope I can make you giggle. If you want to kill me...
Take your time, hurry up, choice is yours, don't be late.
If you want to kill me, well, get in line.
Yeah, I'm not bothering with the line.
She's just going to go straight to the murder. But... Anywho, let's see here. Oh, Rosefire14 just arrived. So welcome over on the Twitch. Now, let's see here. So, okay. I'm processing this that Pokemon is ventured into the first-person world. I mean, I guess Pokemon Go was kind of that.
That was more like an AR experience with, like, your phone, though. Like, they're talking about, like... This game is on, like, a main series console. Like, it's on the Switch. They kind of delved a little bit into it with, like, the Pokemon Let's Go series, where you have to, like, catch the Pokemon the same way you would playing, like, Pokemon Go, where you have to fling a Pokeball at the Pokemon. But this time it's kind of like an actual first-person shooter. Except, well, no death. Unless, well, the Pokemon itself gets you and then kills you because it got angry that you try to catch it.
I would probably express some grievances if people started throwing their balls at me. And yes, that was intentional. SpaceFan839 is wondering, how the heck are Pokeballs made? Okay, I appreciate no spoilers, but is that a question they attempt to answer? So in this,
yes, they do. You actually have to craft them in this game.
Ooh, so it's
you have to make your own Pokeballs. Like, they give you a recipe. It's like Animal Crossing New Horizons in that way. Essentially, you have to, like, throw your Pokemon, like, at a tree, and it drops, like, some apricorns. And then if you hit, like, these shiny crystal-like rocks, which I didn't know was a thing until I accidentally threw a Pokemon at it, if you hit that, you get, like, these rocks that are also need to make a specific ball. So you kind of gotta craft it in order to get, like, more Pokeballs. So if you're playing the game and you did not know this, don't buy Pokeballs when you can just easily craft them for yourself.
See, there you go. Expert gaming advice right here on our stream.
There is also a fast travel system within the phone that they give you at the beginning of the game, so there.
It's funny you mentioned, like, surviving. The fact that you have to throw your Pokemon at a tree.
Yep.
I mean, that just sounds like animal abuse right there.
Well, you just, like, throw it out, and then it hits the tree, and then off the berries or whatever you're trying to get from the tree, it falls down on the ground, and you automatically collect it. But oddly enough, and I know it has, like, some Breath of the Wild inspiration, but it sounds like Breath of the Wild.
Minty fresh?
Like, the sound effects just sound like the game Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and I can't get it out of my head.
That's usually the mark of a really good game song. I remember when Kingdom Hearts first came out, I couldn't get the theme out of my head. Now, I'm a little nostalgic for Pokemon because I remember when a cousin came out,
Mm-hmm.
She was a little kid. I was in like early college. She was just entering middle school, I think. And we bonded over playing Pokemon Snap.
Really?
On the
Like the original on the N64?
Exactly right.
Huh. That's how I actually got into Pokemon when I was teeny tiny.
And
Very teeny tiny.
But to impress the passage of time, that cousin of mine is now graduated, married, and with a kid of her own.
Oh, nice.
But I'm old. So old. But it was fun, and who knows, maybe she'll... I'm sure when they remake it in ultra high definition, maybe she and her kids will enjoy it. Ultra super high definition, 20K, burn your eye sockets.
Oof.
Because I don't know how much more high definition you can get before the eye can't even handle it. So I hit the prep button. Let's see here. Now, let's see here. So you craft...
Honestly, today's... Go ahead.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Pokemon trying to kill you. Because I don't know if you've seen the trailer for Pal World.
I have never even heard of that game till now.
Oh, well, it's on the tubes of the U. But people are basically calling it Pokemon with guns. You collect all these magical creatures and can actually use them as meat shields during gunfights. The trailer in
I don't want to play that game.
Oh, no. Let's see here. Pal World.
Sorry, but the way you're making it sound, it's like, I don't want to use that game. I don't want to use Pokemon as a meat shield.
Well, I am not a good person. I mean, look.
We all knew that. Well, even so.
Well, hey, hang on one second. No, not this site. I am just going to snag an image real quick that sums up Pal World to me and what I saw.
It already sounds like the PETA version of Pokemon Black and White, except it was black and blue to them.
This is a little sheep creature that you can use, but you can also hold it up as a meat shield. Those are bullets bouncing off of it, which makes me wonder what kind of wool this thing's got.
They took a Wooloo and then decided to shoot it. It makes me sad.
Well, it's pretty darn hilarious. I mean, these Pokemon pals, I guess, they'll endure any number of bullets, shield you, help you rocket launch someone else, and you can either bring them on as workers or enslave them. There are actually Pal World assembly lines. And I'm intrigued, but it's also messed up. Like, wow.
I don't think I'd like to play this game. Like, the pitch just... Yeah, I'm good. No, thank you.
When it comes out, I might be tempted to just buy it just to experience holding a little lamb as a meat shield and realize I really suck. I mean, wow. Redemption, self-improvement, all out the window because of this. Actually, it's kind of funny. I'm seeing people saying like that I'm seeing people saying they'd not heard of this. I wonder if it's been quietly let go because they suddenly realized, oh wow, we're using Pokemon-like creatures as meat shields.
I wouldn't be surprised if people came after them for that, because I don't think I would like to play a game where I shoot cute animals.
I will withhold comment. Although, Evangelion 007 kind of want to see Meowth using guns. Meowth going gangsta.
Okay, that would be kind of funny. Actually, no, he has used guns. Like, there was an old episode that was banned in America that was basically centered around the Pokemon Dratini back in the day.
Yes.
However, there was a lot of Nazi imagery and, well, a lot of gun usage. Like, excessively used of... Pokemon has, like, used guns before in the anime. However, this episode was very trigger-happy.
All right, the Safari...
Nobody pulled the trigger, but, yeah, no.
The Safari Zone manager.
Yeah, that's it.
He pulled a gun on Ash and company like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, and then there was a gun, like, put to his head, and it was just like, what the hell?
And then, now the Nazi, wasn't it like Meowth had like a Hitler stash?
Yeah.
Don't even know what. It's almost like they were saying, how can we enrage the American censors more?
Well, have a bunch of kids seizures and, well, call it a day.
And it wasn't even...
Yeah, electric soldier Porygon, just... We will never see Porygon to this day because of that episode.
But it wasn't even his fault. It was Pikachu. Porygon's just the fall boy.
I know.
Oh, that's it.
No.
Actually, that should be a t-shirt. Porygon was framed.
Maybe I'll do something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go.
That or I'll focus on the new meme of Elmo being mad at a rock.
Oh, yeah. It's a rock! Elmo has just lost his mind.
Elmo was gaslit by a rock. Poor boy. Poor boy.
Well, we might study geology this way. See, kids, you can find gas leaks under rocks. Watch how Elmo suffers a gas leak. Oh, gaslighting? Oh, okay. Well, I guess I really am that old. No, I'm going to stick with Porygon was framed.
There. Elmo versus Dwayne Johnson. Let's go.
You know, if The Rock were still wrestling, I would pay to see that. Then you find out Elmo's tag team partner is Sweetums. You don't know who Sweetums is, do you?
The worst part is my mind went to Parks and Rec, but I feel like that's wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm not sure of Parks and Rec. So the generational gap is strong with this live stream.
Okay, so there was a company on like Parks and Rec which was kind of like another show similar to The Office, made by the same people and whatnot. There was a factory. It was a candy factory called Sweetums. And they basically funded the entire town of Pawnee. And, yeah, there was a point where they also tried to turn the water in Pawnee into their sugary drinks. People almost went for it.
Oh, dear.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see here. Well, let me show you a picture of Sweetums. Wonder if I can just plunk it on in here.
I will be surprised if I go, oh yeah, I know who that character is.
You might. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
Let's see. Here we go. He was a monster on the show. So he had really big yellow eyes and shaggy all up and down his body. He did a duet with Kermit's nephew.
Okay, I've seen this character, but I never know his name.
Yep. I only know it because they mentioned his name a lot during their version of the Frog Prince. Which Kermit is coaching the Frog Prince. Whoop. Anywho. Now, I'm looking at all this and I'm thinking these feathers along with his eyes, I like the idea of having them dip down. And if my character becomes surprised or angry, you can literally see his hackles rise. Even though I don't know what a hackle is.
Hackle? What?
Oh, what is it? There's that saying this really raises my hackles. I don't even know what.
I always thought it really ruffles my feathers.
Or jimmies. Feathers or jimmies.
No, that reminds me. I was looking up like screeching owl because it was a sticker idea. And my mind, like, when I went to Google, I found a weird bird. I'm going to see if I can find the little sketch I drew in the middle of class as a result. Ah, here it is. You can put that on stream.
Okie dokie, let's pull this thing up.
It's just a dumb sketch, but I thought it was funny and I might go for it.
It's always go for it. Let's see here. Downloads aplenty.
I figured you'd be able to like copy and paste it, but okay.
Yeah, I tried that with the Sweetums thing. It wouldn't pop up unless I saved it to my computer.
Oh, okay.
But here we go. Whoa. Bigger than I anticipated.
Sorry, this was taken on my iPhone 12.
My feathers have been ruffled. Oh my golly goodness. My feathers, they're all ruffly.
Your stream is just covered in these eyes. These cursed eyes.
I'm staring at you. You have ruffled my feathers. Now I look into your soul. Oh.
I may make this into a sticker if I feel like it.
Well, chat, let us know if you would like that. Now, also, can we read what she was studying that day? Notice that the fourth create to
I can't even read it. What are you doing?
Caramelized pieces preface as enigmatic, providing. Okay, yeah. I can't make head nor tail of it. But if you flip the,
It was for a sculpture class.
But there's apparently a page behind it or some such.
Yeah, it was for a sculpture class.
Well then, so I just wanted to see if I could actually make out what your education was. What are you trying to teach kids these days? I tell you, boy, Hardy.
It's all project-based. Don't worry about it.
Well, that's okay. What I'm doing is also project-based. But it's my project.
Hey, somebody's leaving.
Oh, somebody's got to go. Those eyes.
Somebody's gotta go. The way you said that, it's
What?
like, are we gonna commit a bad thing tonight, old man?
Well, I'm talking about Pal World has me thinking about murder. But who's got to head on out? I want to wish them well. Oh, Gojalan, you have to head out.
Okay. I was having a hard time, like, thinking of how to pronounce that name in my head. I didn't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Have a good night.
Gojalan, always good to see you. Thanks for swinging by. And we wish you a good night. There will be no murder yet. I have to leave the door open. You never know. It's very important. But let's see here. But yes, so yeah, I probably going to get someone like, did you hear Silver-Quill is plotting murder on his channel now?
It's all my fault.
Sorry, for some reason, he's got a thing against sheep. He's trying to pull the wool out over everyone's eyes. And let's see here. Just looking over. Oh, Champ to Stay wonders if you're going to burst into a theme song like last time when he asked you about OKKO.
I don't know.
But do you?
Maybe.
But do you?
Depends
KO?
on whatever comes up. I'm honestly not sure.
Yes. Oddly enough, last weekend I got a Crunchyroll account because I wanted to, because some friends had shown me this anime called, well, I'm going to have to look up this title again. Miss Kuritsu from the Monster Development Department. It was a wonderfully funny show, and I wanted to show my friends, but after the first round of commercials on the free Crunchyroll account, I was like, hold on, let me get my credit card, because they were so bad. Did you know Acura, the car I drive, is they're developing a racing anime using just their cars as a marketing ploy. All the detail, all the effort is being put into the car, as far as I can tell.
Huh.
And I'm just like,
I honestly have not been able to like keep up with like new anime nowadays. Lately, I've actually been going back on nostalgia trips.
Ha! Now you know how it feels. Now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Ha! Nostalgia again.
It's more like I've been watching a lot of Inuyasha lately.
Seen any clips of the successor show?
Yes, and that's why I've been going back to the original.
I hear tears in that. You're not liking the sequel?
Marla finally got to meet her daddy.
Oh, okay. So they're happy tears.
And there were tears, and they're happy, and I'm so happy because it's like we finally get to see Kagome and Inuyasha are alive, and they finally get to meet their daughter, and it makes me happy, okay?
Kagome hasn't apparently aged a day, which is... Wait, what?
Yeah, what the hell?
I mean, I know... Look, I know
Maybe they were stuck, like, they're stuck in their, in Inuyasha's father's grave's dimension or whatever. Maybe they just have some kind of anti-aging magic thing over there. I don't know anymore.
But I could see...
Because the fact that neither of them look like they need a haircut is baffling and insane.
I believe someone has supported me through Yon Coffee.
Oh, yay!
Oh, Kira Brown. Many thanks. I get a notice on my phone rather than on the screen, but I see these and I greatly appreciate it. Oh, and Khalid Hussein. I apologize if I mispronounced your name, but glad to have you here. Let's see here.
Oh no. I feel bad now.
Oh, I don't feel bad. Although...
No, I'm looking at chat. It's like I may have, oops.
Oh, what? You mean, have we given spoilers?
Spoilers for Yashahime!
Okay, you know what? I don't... Given the amount of advertising they've done showing this off, I don't know if that's a spoiler.
Yeah. There was basically just a commercial dedicated to the child of Inuyasha and Kagome hugging her father. So I guess that doesn't really count as a spoiler. I mean, the show's been out for almost a year.
It has?
Not over a year at this point.
Oh, I've been out of touch then. Well, apologies if we gave away something you didn't know, but at the same time, that's just the surface. You've only glimpsed the surface of this special. And
If anything, that happened a few episodes ago.
episodes? Oh, I thought this was a movie.
No. No. This is an entire series.
Well, then I have no more to give on that score. Though I'm thinking when I did a video on grief, I used a clip from Avengers, and this was shortly before Age of Ultron was coming out. And someone said, "Hey, you shouldn't be giving away spoilers for the Avengers." It's like, it's been out for 3 years. At this point, you have only yourself to blame. I cannot be held in silence for eternity because someone might not have seen it. Core premise. Besides, you should know the villain's kind of disappointing.
Yeah. I don't know. Lately I've been falling off of Marvel. It feels like it's been everywhere. It's to the point where it's like, okay, get it. But Tom Holland, though, I very much enjoyed Tom Holland.
Spider-Man into No Way Home.
Yeah, that series. I think that's my favorite, like, Spider-Man of all time. I never really cared for Tobey Maguire, though. Tobey Maguire had the best New York.
The best, because of when the people all stand
Spider-Man
behind.
2. Uh-huh.
Would they all stand
That's how
behind
you know
Spider-Man?
you got a good, like... New York itself, in a way, is a character when it comes to Spider-Man. Spider-Man 2 has the best portrayal of New York, in my opinion. Or at least when it comes to, like, the citizens of New York.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, yeah, a city... Oh, God.
I still don't like Tobey Maguire. I'm sorry. I'm gonna piss off so many people, but I just don't care about Tobey Maguire that much. I can feel Silver's audible yet inaudible gasp.
Audible and audible gasp.
You can tell that your jaw is just open.
Oh, you can hear the flies
Shame.
escaping. Also, Khalid, I see your compliment. Thank you for complimenting both my humor and AC Race Best. Hoping HarmonyCon will get to do Whose Line Is It Anyway? But we're talking about cities being characters. You know, that makes me doubly sad for Green Lantern.
Oh.
Because I read the Green Lantern comics for a while. And his home coast city, Genericville, Generica, it was destroyed at one point. And then there was a rebuilding process. And to show their support for Green Lantern during a big fight, everyone changed the light bulbs in their homes to green. So the entire city took on a green glow. And I just thought, that's a really cool thing. A really way to show the city behind its champion. Kind of like Spider-Man, although this was more the middle set, where all those cranes were swiveling to give him an avenue. So yeah, that's an excellent insight, Christy, that Spider-Man movies are often about New York as a character itself. I think Into the Spider-Verse is similar.
Yeah, Spider-Verse especially. I mean, the entire, or at least like the majority of New York was grieving over Peter B. Bark. Actually, no, the original like Peter Parker of that universe.
Blonde
So it
Peter.
makes sense.
Though there's also that scene where two guys come crashing down and lying in the snow. Yeah, no one's helping. Thanks, New York. I was like, One of the best descriptions I ever heard of New York is that if you drop your wallet, there are people who will pick it up and give it to you. They just won't wait around for you to grab it. You know, here, I'm helping you out. Come on, Move on.
I've never been to New York personally. I would have liked to, but unfortunately, the school trip back in high school, yeah, it wasn't funded enough, so I never got to go to New York.
I had the pleasure.
Just sad.
Well, there will be other opportunities, though. I had the pleasure.
Well, maybe after the current, pandemic.
The way we say the current, it's like, are we expecting another one? Because
Yeah.
I don't know if I can handle that.
I've become completely desensitized to it, but that's not what we're talking about.
Well, let's see. I think just waiting for the stream to catch up as I show where we are with Anime Quill right now. Love to get people's thoughts on the head in particular.
I think it's well proportionate.
Glad for that, and hopefully it keeps the focus on the eyes. I've got a lot more gradients in this new version, but I like it.
Yep.
I'm just not sure what is Silver-Quill. Is this face punchable enough?
I do have an anime I would like to recommend you, but I'm not sure if you have a Netflix account or not.
I do have a Netflix account.
If you can, watch Great Pretender.
That's a song I know.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll get you the anime. Hang on.
Oh.
Although, bear with it during the first part because, spoilers, it's partially, in sub, and then it eventually switches to, English dub. Or if you just want to watch sub the entire time, there's also that option.
I'm always torn. I mean, sub is the true Japanese dialogue, but at the same time, I'm not always eager to be reading what I'm watching. I'll tell you the truth. There's only been one time I can recall where the sub was completely wrong, and I was like, why would you even bother? It was a show on Cartoon Network, Bo 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 Bo.
Oh, I remember that.
You remember the
Honestly, I thought it was absolutely hilarious.
Oh, it is. It's
It was
wildly hilarious.
More bizarre version of Space Dandy.
Who's a dandy guy in space. He combs the ears like his pompadour. Oh, now you got me quoting it. But
it's my favorite anime of all time. So good. Keep quoting.
Excellent. Well, I have to switch back to Bobobo because when I bought the DVD, and as far as I know, only one DVD was produced, maybe two. One, the opening theme was 3 times as loud as the episodes on the disc. So they blew my eardrums the first time I played it. But they took the subtitles from, they took the script from the dub and made that the subtitles.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not the original. It was just basically for the hearing impaired.
Ah.
Is that still how we say it? I don't know.
After that very loud opening, you probably were hearing impaired.
What? But I looked at those subtitles and I was just like, I'm hearing the original Japanese, but they're not translating it.
You probably didn't have access to the localization during the time. I mean, that show came out in the mid 2000s.
It just struck me as
We're lucky with what we have today. However, anime back in the day was not easily translatable.
Oh, believe me, having been there back in the day, I could say you are correct. Of course,
yeah.
Now with all your streaming services, I used to go to Media Play and have to just look at the cover and say, hey, this looks interesting. Or maybe once in a blue moon, Blockbuster Video would have a new anime. But it was usually bad.
Part part of me wants to bring up Blockbuster and a story, but it's not very safe for work, and I don't want to get you demonetized.
Oh my. Oh.
I won't name the anime, but let's just say I ended up with a spicy one at Blockbuster as a teenager. It was censored because it was Blockbuster, but even then, oh no. Oh no.
Is the title risque? Maybe we can get away with that.
It's called Kite.
Kites. Okay. I remember the cover of what you say, but I never saw the anime. So I'm guessing loads of gratuitous fan service shots.
There was like an entire scene dedicated. There were a few scenes dedicated to. Let's just say that the company who produced it was called Green Bunny.
Actually, could I get a sound file of you just going? That's like the perfect sound effect to just go around a topic.
No.
Oh, come on, please. Pretty please.
Are you going to use it as your soundboard forever or something?
I might yet.
Oh no.
I haven't dove into custom sound effects yet.
Fine.
I mean,
let me know when you're ready.
Oh. Go ahead. Yes, excellent.
Oh Lord.
I shall soundbite that, and then I will have something for when I'm uncomfortable. Which is all.
Oh Lord.
You shall be immortalized, dear Christy. Immortalized in sound and fury.
Well, I'm no voice actor, but at least it's good for something.
This is how the world ends.
I thought about voice acting when I was younger and still a weeb, but it never went through, and it's probably a good thing it never went through.
Oh, I think you do a fine job. But your art is taking off.
Mm-hmm. Yep, to the point where I've stopped doing art for now.
Hey, everybody's got to have a little downtime. Restore the creativity.
I'm on creative burnout. I've been on creative burnout throughout the entire month as of late, but life goes on.
It does, and we can do things, but it's okay to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
That's what, unfortunately, I don't know if we emphasize that enough to people. Let's see here. Oh, Tristan Milner is saying Kite is on Crunchyroll.
Oh no. They allow that kind of stuff on Crunchyroll now?
Zutalor.
Oh.
Is it wrong that you're making me intrigued?
I'll get you the cover art.
Because, truth be told, earlier today, I was on my own nostalgic binge. I saw South Park when they did a Lord of the Rings parody. I don't know if you know this video. The parents accidentally swapped the Lord of the Rings cassette from Blockbuster, that's how old this is, with a pornography video.
Oh no.
So, so the boys not knowing,
okay, so we can say porn.
I believe so.
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know like what my limits were with like the safe for work, not safe for work kind of ordeal.
Well, I can promise you that the video these boys had in their possession was not safe for work. But as far as they knew, it was Lord of the Rings, and everyone was acting weird when they watched it. So they said it must be returned to the video store. And like,
anyways, this is basically the anime.
Butters had seen it. He thought it was yeah, I'm not going to show that on my stream.
Yeah, don't.
Oh lordy. But Butters saw the video and he thought that was what Lord of the Rings was all about. So he turned Gollum on the group. Wanted that video. My precious. Boy.
But yeah, when I was younger, this was at Blockbuster Video of all places.
And I'm betting they didn't even know what they had.
Yeah, pretty much.
They know it's not what they do.
Mm-hmm. And that was one of my very early introductions.
I'm trying to recall what my first anime... I mean, there was like anime that was airing on Cartoon Network and Toonami. That was good. But you know what? I think one of my earliest anime was Macross. Do You Remember Love? Except it was the American dub. So it was called Clash of the...
I know what that is, but I've never seen it.
Truthfully, neither have I. The American dubbed Clash of the Bionoids was probably one of the worst dubbing jobs I've ever seen of anything ever. I mean, good gravy.
Okay.
This was at the very frontier.
This was done on purpose. Have you ever heard of ghost stories?
Oh, I love ghost stories. My bud showed it to me when they were in town for a convention here in Denver, and we watched like several episodes. The purple-haired girl is hilarious.
Mm-hmm. The entire concept of ghost stories is hilarious.
And for those who don't know, maybe Digimon's a comparison. They messed with the dub to try and make it more funny. That was a instruction from the producers at the time. Ghost Stories does the same thing, but way better. It takes this completely straight-faced kids horror coming of age story and just makes it hilarious. I don't really want to give away too many jokes because everyone should have a chance to see it. It too is on Crunchyroll. I know that. Can you believe I'm not getting paid for any of these mentions?
Yeah, I really do believe because, well, you know, just because you like a product doesn't mean that the company's gonna sponsor you. Though they should because, you know, word of mouth.
Yeah, double dang, where are my billions at?
I believe it, but it's still not fair.
But I really don't want to give away the jokes because it's something you just have to experience even in the delivery. But they did a great job taking a straight-faced anime and making it a parody. Now, there was a question earlier that yes. I think it was Champ to Stay asking if we'd ever... What reboot have we seen that was the most respectful towards the original?
I'm trying to think because there are very few reboots that actually stay respectful to the material that I can think of, and I know there's something, it's just not popping in mind right now.
I would argue that Voltron Defender of the Universe, or is it Universal Defender, the Netflix one, it's not faithful to the original in terms of matching the story point for point, but it does capture the spirit, humor, and a lot of the likability. It's like it takes everything I think was good about Voltron and made it even better. The ending is contentious, however. Rushed redemptions. That's actually a thing I've noticed in storytelling lately. Rushed redemptions are perhaps the biggest issue with a lot of shows.
I think the most I can think of, like in terms of respectful reboots, Hunter x Hunter, the 2010-ish, 2011-ish version, and Full Metal Alchemist.
Ah, yes, the
Brotherhood.
Mostly
because I can't think of anything.
Way before
but
I started...
I do love them.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Way before I started doing YouTube or Broniedom, my friend Kaiju no Kami was doing panels at a local anime. and he was talking about the endings. So we were comparing Full Metal Alchemist versus Brotherhood and what drastically different endings they are. But as a intro video, I played the theme from Portal 2. So when it says...
Because of course you would.
Because of course I would. And when the line is, well, you have been replaced, I did a transition between Full Metal Alchemist and Brotherhood, and the whole crowd just laughed because they instantly got it. Well,
I am so dumb. I completely forgot about DuckTales.
That is
You know, I've been watching a lot of Community lately.
Mm-hmm.
Like, a lot of different stuff like The Good Place.
You said it. You said it. Trinary is going to have a field day with me. Safi's watched The Good Place. Why haven't you?
Yeah, why haven't you?
Because, one, I'm nostalgia tripping on South Park and Lord of the Rings, apparently. And two, I'm working towards it. My to-do list, I think someone pointed out my to-do list is like 10 years long. I mean, like Sweetie Bloom is insisting I must see Hamilton, and Trinary gave me The Good Place, so I've got no out there. And then, Ghost Stories. I've only seen a handful of the episodes. And now I got a bloody Crunchyroll, so I can't dodge the fact that my local friends are huge JoJo's Bizarre Adventure fans. And I
am too.
Well, good. I may have you on speed dial if I need to translate, because they start talking about stands and vampire masks and diamonds are forever, and I'm just like, they're saying words.
You mean Diamonds Unbreakable?
Exactly. I mean, I feel like I should know what they're talking about. But no. It's a foreign language in English. I didn't think this was possible.
You know what the worst part is? I completely understand what you're talking about when you mention the things that you don't understand about JoJo.
Good. I can run to you. Christy, help. They're saying words again. I'm cold and scared.
Do I need to explain?
Oh boy, how do I explain my friend explaining? They've explained things to me, but one of them is a bit lore crazy.
First season is basically the start of it all.
I would hope so.
And it takes place in England way back in the day.
Oh,
and how do I explain this? The guy ran over a rich man and apparently saved his life, even though he was actually trying to rob him. And in return, he basically said, if you ever need anything, let me know. Well, the old guy was dying and gave his son up to the old guy, the old rich dude, who also had a son named Jonathan. And then he ended up being friends, or not being friends, ended up having to be forced to be brothers with the douchebag's son, who was an even bigger douchebag who kills dogs.
Instantly, I hate him.
Uh-huh. Yeah. And I'm not going to explain how it happens, but don't trust a man named Ronnie James Dio.
I do know of the meme. It was me, Dio, but finding out he harms
And then it eventually turns into a vampire story, and that's how it all began.
But then, as I understand it, there's like 4 generations.
Uh-huh. Well, let's see. Then after that, it's Jonathan's grandson named Joseph. Then after that, it's Jotaro, which is Joseph's grandson.
Yes.
Let's see. Then there was Josuke, who was Joseph's bastard child.
Good Lord.
Are you with me?
Are you sure this isn't a soap opera? All My Jonathans.
Then there's Giorno, who is Dio's son, but Dio was using Jonathan's body, so he's technically a Joestar.
Good gravy. I can't. So it's not even delivery? It's DiGiorno?
Well, there are currently 6 generations for you to catch up on, so good luck.
I'm doomed. I'm doomed. Coming up, the full story, Silver-Quill and existential despair. So much anime, so little time.
Do 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 Giorno.
Actually, maybe
I'll get you the meme.
Maybe I can make a soap opera out of this as the watch list turns.
You can use this version for the music. You may as well just play it on screen if you can.
Gennoro's theme, but it's the epic version. Well, first off, there's the commercial. I'm not going to play a commercial.
Yeah.
You don't need to find out about tax season. Okay, I think that's all YouTube will let me play. Maybe I skip a little ahead. Good gravy. And what is up with his hair? It's like 3 pasta tubes. These kids today.
Sorry, what'd you say?
What is up with the dude's hair? It's like he's got 3 pasta tubes coming out of his brow.
Well, he is Italian.
Molto bene. Grazie. Fragola, prego. That's about as much as I can offer. This is how
you will either love or hate this show. There's no in between.
Honestly, I'm mostly just wondering, this is how I become an international incident. I'm speaking Italian words, reacting to a Japanese anime here in America. I'm pretty sure I've offended at least half the globe. So let's go for the other half.
Mario, so...
Oh, no, I just got to talk to Chris Pratt on that one. It's me, but it's not. Hey, you thought that there was the guy who really liked voicing the Mario, but no, it's me, Chris Pratt. Deal with it.
I don't know why Chris Pratt is in everything now. He was fine as Andy. But then it just all went downhill after a while.
You're saying it was a pratfall? Oh, I think her head just hit the desk.
No, that was me trying to do the badum shoe, and then I forgot that you had the soundboard.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's been way too long.
I'm still holding out for a head to desk moment. Maybe if I get Josh Scorcher on one of these again.
And unfortunately, I can't do the head thing for you right now. If I were to do that, then you would probably have to hear the dog barking downstairs to go along with it.
Oh, no. Do not upset the puppers. Just give him an ear tickle for me.
I'd probably get bitten if I did that.
Oh? The puppy is not a fan?
My dog does not like me. However, my boyfriend's dog loves me.
Ah, there you go.
Mm-hmm.
Well, then stick with the pupper that gives the love.
I can't. They're in another state.
In good time. All good things in time.
In good time. In a year, when I'm finally out.
Well, hey, I mean, we hung in there to get you to see Star Wars, and I think we met that goal.
No.
What? What do you mean?
Never saw Star Wars yet.
That's a what?
I'm surprised you let it go after a while.
Wait, what was... You two were together at Christmas and you were watching something.
Yeah, Mystery Science Theater 3000.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'm still filled with rage. I mean, granted, it's hypocritical of me given my own need-to-watch list, but still, you are denying yourself cinematic history.
I'm good.
Oh, she said she could. She said, oh my God. Help me, chat. Help me convince her that Star Wars needs to be seen, except for the new trilogy. That one, you can leave that.
Yeah, I agree. I looked at that. It's like, no thanks.
No, just watch a little bit of A New Hope, which is the sixth, not the third. Oh, she's knowing me. She's even putting an emphasis on the end for no.
Now, I remember as a kid, I came across the Star Wars VHS tape.
Oh, no.
In my arsenal of hand-me-downs.
Which Star Wars?
I forget which one it was.
Okay.
But I was a little off-put when the first thing I saw was Jabba the Hutt and, well, those of you who have seen Star Wars know where I'm going with it.
With Leia in that chainmail. Yep.
Uh-huh. I turned it off after that. And then I haven't seen anything Star Wars related since.
Oh. I don't even know. Look, if it helps, Carrie Fisher said that one thing that got me through recording while wearing that thing was that I got to kill the guy for making me wear it.
Oh yeah, that's fair, but I still had no idea what was going on, and I figured, you know what, I'm gonna get in trouble if I keep watching this, and then I turned it off.
Wait, hang on a minute. You watched Kite, start to finish, yeah?
I was like 13 at that point. When I was younger, it was more like I was 7.
Okay. But still.
My parents weren't around, though. I was...
Oh, also, I failed to notice there's an Anthony C. in the chat. Hello, Anthony.
Hi.
That's awesome.
I'm probably disappointing everybody in the chat by saying, yeah, I never watched... Well, I watch little bits and pieces, just the wrong ones at the wrong time.
But, well...
I mean, I got in trouble for watching Austin Powers as a kid.
What?
Mm-hmm.
I'm having a conniption here. I'm having an old man conniption. What?
My parents had the Austin Powers on VHS when I was a kid. When they saw I popped it in, I got in trouble.
Okay. I don't.
To be fair, I was like really, really young.
I'm starting to feel really, really old, but yeah, that's par for the course these days. I mean, what is it? I took part in a debate on cartoons last week, and oddly, I championed the 2000s and the 2010s. But everyone's like, "Oh yeah, Silver's the oldest person in the chat here." Oh, thanks everyone. Thanks for pointing that out. I feel so good that I took the title away from people I can't even see.
Although, to be fair, growing up, my parents did not want me watching things like Ed, Edd and Eddy or SpongeBob or any of that because, oh, it's too dumb.
Huh.
And yet they let me watch Disney movies.
Well, I mean, those are supposed to be quality. Emphasis on supposed.
Oh, yeah.
Though, as Anthony points out, there is a Queen song out there where one of the lines is, "I don't like Star Wars." Now, You know.
I mean, I wouldn't believe I wouldn't be opposed to it. I mean, Queen did have a song dedicated to Freddie Mercury's cat.
Yes,
How much Roger loved his car.
so you don't have to like Star Wars, but Freddie at least gave it a watch before he didn't like it. You can be like Freddie. And I don't mean the Scooby-Doo Freddie. Although, to bring the things full circle, I am about to start a cosmic horror book that stars a bunch of Scooby-Doo proxies.
Okay, deadass, I wouldn't mind reading that.
I'll give you a full report.
Wasn't there a thing back in like the early 2000s where they did a Scooby-Doo promo that was parodying like the Blair Witch Project?
Oh, yes.
Everybody straight up died.
Everybody straight up died. Velma's like weeping into the camera. We shouldn't have meddled. Of course, then they
shouldn't laugh, but that's just, oh lord.
Well, actually, I remember the height of the humor with that. They turn the camera around and Scrappy Doo is in the forest, and suddenly Velma is chasing Daphne, who's just running away at full speed. Is like, Daphne, it's only Scrappy Doo. I know. That's why she's running.
No, even to this day, I'm pretty sure they still make fun of Scrappy Doo.
Oh, indubitably. Oh, now
I think there was this one particular saying from like Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated where there was a Scrappy Doo statue and they're like, he can't hurt us anymore. It's best to forget about him. It's like, oh lord.
Oh yeah, the wax statue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll never let it go. Hopping over to the chat real quick. Liam Han Solo 14. 'Tis bedtime, so I'm gonna wish you a good night's rest and take it easy. Also, your screen name is wonderfully timed for this conversation. Although, is it like Liam Neeson playing Han Solo? Because Safi, Christy, I'd drag you to the theater for that. Come on, let's see how this turns out.
Okay, fine, but you're paying for the concession stand snacks.
I'll just donate a kidney, sure. But the prices they have these days, that's not far from the truth.
Well, actually, my movie theater, like on Mondays specifically, they have a $5 movie day. They give you a free bag of popcorn.
What's jealousy?
And they have like the nice, comfy, like relaxing seats as well now.
Oh, so like the ones that can actually lean back?
The ones that recline.
Yeah, you just
Mm-hmm.
We have an AMC near.
Yeah, I need. If it weren't for the pandemic, I'd be out more. But
we use the
probably
term
not a good idea.
Human malware. That's the.
Yeah, human malware. That sounds about right.
I learned that from Voice of Reason. The human malware is out and about.
That's a good way to put it. How fair, what theater is this? I don't want to name it only because it gives away like a specific location for me, so
let's just call it Genericsville.
I can't.
Genericsville, Generica, USA.
Genericsville, Generica.
I live in Place, which is a part of Thing County in somewhere district.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, let's see here. Just looking through the chat, seeing how folks is doing. Silver replaces a kidney once a month. That's not true. That's not far from the truth, Darren Root. Lost Ranger.
Oh, no.
They did a Scooby-Doo episode with David Cross and Gary Coleman and Mark Hamill called Night of the Living Dew.
I don't even know how to react to that. What? Huh? Ooh. Thoughts on Hero Academia?
Oh, Hero Academia, it's getting there. I mean, talk about shonen.
I like the concept. I like the concept of My Hero Academia. I'm not trying to be like too heavily invested in the series though, since there are a lot of good anime. It's good. It's not the greatest, but it's still fun.
So not quite GOAT, but maybe a ram. Not the greatest of all time, but maybe randomly aware Macarena.
It's good.
You try coming up with an acronym for RAM on the fly. See how you do.
CPU?
DPU? Really, Seth, I will not have that language. I mean, a PU? Oh. I beg your pardon. Unless we're talking about a French skunk who got canceled recently, I don't know what to say.
You need some more memory storage.
You know, I wouldn't mind having a memory expansion. It would probably help me out a great deal.
Yeah. Get a new graphics card.
In my head? That would... You know what?
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe that's the ultimate upgrade. Eventually we get...
A brand new graphics card.
In my brain. Like,
yes.
High definition only can go so far before people can't keep up, so they start selling new graphics card for your eyeballs. You can see the world in 20K at the atomic level.
Yeah, but it would probably cost an arm and a leg. In that case, probably literally.
In which case, they have the RoboCop plan. Rats and mice. Let's see here. If I could... Oh, Champ is wondering, if I could clear only one thing from my watch later list, what would you watch? Well, I am going to watch Hamilton. Don't know why, when, but I will. I will. I promise. Oh, you're humming a Hamilton song, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Is the part of the song? Because that would be...
How do you write like you're running out of time? You'll get it when you get there.
When I get there. I will get there. I will triumph.
In your brain, GPU, mine, crypto. Oh, if only.
Crypto for my mind. Oh. Can your brain, GPU, mine... Well, I can't even understand how crypto has an environmental impact. I was very surprised.
Oh, no, you're talking about NFTs.
Well, also cryptocurrency. To run all those servers with the crypto in them, they chug a lot of power.
Yeah.
So
it's another reason why it's like, what is the point of this?
I mean, I do question that. I'm like, I don't understand.
Honestly, it all feels like a pyramid scheme.
Well, once again, I think of South Park. They did a flash forward where Butters is trying to sell everyone on NFTs, and it is very much a pyramid scheme.
Yeah. The worst part is like when they steal your art and then try to sell it as an NFT. It's like, great, you're dragging my stuff into this. Great, I want no part of this. Can you not? Please stop.
Now
that's how I feel about it.
I understand. As far as I know, no one has thought my stuff warranted an NFT. I don't know how to take that.
Somebody grabbed like one of my oldest pictures and used it as an NFT. It's like, ha! Nobody's gonna pay for that. That looks like shit.
Oh, Savvy. Oh, heavily. You're saying all these things. Oh, what for the children? Won't someone think of the children? Meanwhile, the kids
Artists
are like,
are requiring lawyers. Oh boy. Being an artist is expensive.
oh, you ain't kidding.
From the art supplies to the legal fees. It gets annoying. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, okay. Hey, I still remember the art school I went to. They made you buy so much stuff just to finish a project. And they're all like, oh no, this will be fine. All this will serve you. We never touched half the stuff again after the first couple lessons. It all became digital.
That's how I feel about the books that they make you buy during college or university.
Yeah, it's like you're going to put them down and not use them again.
Yeah, and they cost like, what, $100 maybe? They're getting cheaper nowadays, which is good, but even then it's like, what's the point of this?
Oh, could you pose that question during a philosophy class?
Actually, funny enough, I'm sort of in like an art philosophy class where I have to learn how to bullshit my way by adding flowery language to my critiques. In where I make it sound interesting, because the art of critique is in of itself an art.
Well, yes, you must resonate.
You can hear the pretentiousness.
Yes, but you must resonate with your audience as you eloquate the pontiferousness of the hula-babab.
But it also has to balance out, because if you don't have, like, a good structure point of, like, what you're trying to say, it's all just gonna sound like flowery bullshit, and nobody but an artist is going to understand. You have to find a balance between the casual, like, audience and the people who actually study art.
Well, I found one of the best advice I heard about giving critiques is you have a word that acts as sort of a signal. I don't like this because,
Mm-hmm.
and then that gives someone a heads up. This is the reason why. This is the takeaway. Yeah, you can still whiff it. I mean, some idiot might say, "I don't like this because it sucks." Wow, what great insight! Truly,
Yeah.
my life is fulfilled from this feedback.
Mm-hmm.
But if you
I've
say
been doing critique for years, though, so I do have some backbone experience from, like, critiquing other people during my classes and being critiqued. So there's that. Gain thick skin.
Of course, you also sometimes you also look at them and just wonder. One year, I was leaving class and I was about to hop on a plane to BabsCon. I think it was the first BabsCon I ever attended.
Mm-hmm.
And one of the guys from class, we were just in the parking lot. He's like, "Hey, I was surprised the teacher didn't say this about your work, but yada yada." And I was like, "Well, you're surprised he didn't mention it? Have you thought that maybe he doesn't agree?" I mean, I heard him out. I can't quite remember what the critique said, but it was more that he was stunned the teacher wouldn't mention this. I was like, "What?" So critiques can be very weird. I'm sorry?
Some people can be very rude.
Oh, yeah.
Or just don't know, like, what the difference is between, like, actually giving constructive criticism and just being rude.
Yeah. And then...
Sad, honestly.
And I've met folks who believe that the act of critiquing is itself inherently negative. And those people are insane.
Sometimes critiques aren't warranted. However, you can't really stop somebody from judging a piece of work because it is what is presented.
But there's also a motivational quote I read just recently. Never hear a critique from someone you wouldn't go to for advice. Like,
Yeah.
That makes sense.
It does make sense.
Now, granted,
honestly, one quote I seem to quote from you is a quote from Einstein that you've mentioned that that stuck with me.
Oh, I'm intrigued.
Like when it comes to explaining certain things or being a genius, I forget the exact quote, but it was along the lines of a genius can take something complicated and make it simple.
Ah,
That's a
yes.
philosophy I try to use for whenever I give a critique. Because, if you just say like a bunch of flowery crap and whatnot, nobody's gonna understand you unless you actually have a point.
Well, here. I agree with Einstein. It's one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, Champ to stay would like to know if we have any interesting mini golf stories.
Any golf.
Mini golf.
I mean, I have a golf story, but you go ahead, Silver.
Oh, this was from way back when I was, what, 10? The ball was right next to the hole. Just get this out of the way. But, and I thought it was a shoo-in, so I took a casual swing and completely whiffed it. Just, pride cometh before a fall, and I fell hard. So, I learned a little lesson in humility thanks to mini golf that day.
Don't have much in terms of golf stories. All I remember is that when I was a kid, my grandmother made me, like, go to a country club during the summer for a few weeks to take golf lessons. It was the worst time of my life. That's all I got. Although the hot dogs at the country club were very good.
Ah. Now, did you get to drive a golf cart?
No, I had to walk.
No, but that's the best part of it.
Yeah.
Phooey.
Nah, I had to walk.
Phooey, I say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a miserable time. Oh. Heavy metal weave trash, huh? What kind of heavy metal? Well, there's a lot I could talk about. I was born into liking metal and rock and alternative and all that stuff. What? Should I just list all the bands I've listened to at the top of my head?
Go for it.
Well, let's see. There's all your classics like your AC/DCs, your Motley Crues, Ronnie James Dio.
Dio.
REO Speedwagon, what have you. Let's see. Then there was your 2000s with, like, your Nirvanas, your Seven Dusts, so on and so forth, your Shine Downs. I'm trying to think of some modern, like, heavy metal that I've listened to. There was some Buck Cherry. I have a lot in my head that's just too much to list.
Still getting over that last band title.
Sorry, repeat that?
I'm still kind of recovering from, what cherry was it?
Cherry.
Oh, sorry, you keep cutting out. B-U-C-K?
Huh?
It doesn't matter. I'm just mishearing it all the time, and I'm like, wait, what?
They're that band who created the song like Crazy Bitch.
Oh, well, there you go.
Like it literally goes like, "Hey, you're a crazy bitch, but you." Yeah, I'm not gonna finish that song, but you know the song, right?
I think I do. If nothing else,
okay.
If nothing else, I have Chris Tucker from Rush Hour. We could have been beautiful together, but you one crazy bitch. And just like that, I've lost
I love Rush Hour.
I've lost any pretense of being family friendly at this point.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, it's all good. They would have learned eventually. But yes, I've I guess talking about nostalgia, I haven't watched any Jackie Chan movies recently, but clips and people talking about why his humor works so well. And I don't believe we've seen... Okay, we haven't seen Jackie Chan battle miniature golf, so I can't add that to the story.
Yeah.
I remember Caddyshack was one of the funniest movies I ever saw. I was laughing all the way home.
Oh yeah, lately I've been kind of into Five Finger Death Punch. when it comes to metal.
That's the name of a band?
Yeah.
Five Finger Death Punch? What, the Four Finger Band couldn't make it? I mean, you know, then there's the
There's also Stone Sour.
Well, I would think they all taste that way.
What do you think a stone actually tastes like?
I'd probably just take it for granted.
Oh my god. Actually, let me pull up my music that I listen to. I have a full entire playlist of songs Oh yeah, Def Leppard, Volbeat. Love Volbeat. Bowling for Soup isn't really metal, but they are catchy.
Indeed, I've listened to them.
Seether. Korn.
Korn.
Oh, I kind of cast. Oh, right, Theory of a Dead Man. That's a good band.
Was it the Butler did it? I mean, this is how I'm coping. I'm like, who are these people? I don't know.
'Cause I'm a low life.
Well, yes, but what's the sound
Oh,
about?
Blackfoot is a good band.
I'm still getting over Five Finger Death Punch. It's like, if they hire another band member, are they going to have to become a mutant? Six Finger Death Punch.
Let's see.
Hoorah!
Ben Shemfold, Bad Smack. Not a non-metal band that I've been kind of into is, Ninja Sex Party.
I mean, if it's ninjas, it's probably happening all the time and none of us know. Oh, y'all need to do a search for Ask a Ninja. You'll see some. It's no longer a production, but they were dang funny.
Listen to Wash It All Away or Heaven and Silver. I love Wash It All Away. Actually, I think you would enjoy that song, Silver. Let me pull it up for you. You can watch it after the stream when YouTube won't copyright strike you.
I like your thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Elizabeth Snowbell is talking about Battle Beast, which, for me, that was a 80s toy line that went nowhere.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm showing my age again.
You know, I think that was brought up to me during Christmas where my aunt was talking about all the stuff that she used to watch with her older kids back in the 80s. I'm pretty sure that was like her favorite show during the time. And you know, when my brother was younger, my mom's favorite show to watch with him was Gargoyles.
Oh, yes, Gargoyles is fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot about Hailstorm.
Oh,
love Hailstorm.
Oh, sorry, Hailstorm, not Ailstorm?
There's Ailstorm and Hailstorm.
I'm more familiar.
The difference is one is Scottish and the other is basically a badass woman.
I'm tempted either way. But I know Ailstorm for their pirate songs. Now Hailstorm.
Yeah. Yeah, I know, it's confusing because there's literally the only difference in name is the H.
There's an H for those who give an F. For
a while, this is what my mother was like bringing into the kitchen and playing absolutely loud on the A word that will probably activate certain devices if I were to say the name.
Oh dear.
I'm talking about an Amazon product.
Well, gosh, who was the singer? Nightwish?
Never heard of them.
Oh, I'm flipping out again. I'm getting the vapors here. She's never heard of Nightwish. You've never heard.
I mean, to be fair, you've never heard of anything I've listened to either, so.
But I'm old. I have an excuse. Here we go.
Ever heard Slaughter to Prevail? No, but I feel like I should put that down as a list of metal bands I need to listen to.
Are we sure that's not like a philosophy? In fact, maybe you can use that in your philosophy art class. Apparently, this is a fine metatextual example of the philosophy of slaughter to survive. You can see how they killed any aspect of good art and took a quick buck. So there you go. There's me being a harsh reviewer.
Sorry, I'm listening to the thing that you sent me.
Oh, there we go.
I'm trying to see if I can, recognize the song. Unfortunately, I do not, but I like what I'm hearing.
Oh, I sincerely hope so. It's one of the best in my...
This entire stream has devolved into, oh, hey, what have you listened to?
Hey, I am not combating. Go with the flow. Go
Hell
with
yeah,
the flow.
man.
Plus, if I get to share some of my favorite songs, and someone hasn't heard Nightwish, heresy.
Nightwish ain't old, bro. Huh. Unfortunately, a lot of music tends to slip over the cracks with me.
Is there a band called
So if I've never heard of a band...
Is there a band called Slip Over the Cracks? Because I feel like there should be.
Let me look that up.
I feel like that should be a band. It's just repulsive enough.
No.
Dang
unfortunately.
It. Okay, I need someone in the chat to form a band, make millions of dollars, and call themselves Over the Cracks.
Actually, here's a metal band that I think you might like. It's based on Ned Flanders.
Wait, isn't there a group of guys who
Oakley Dokley.
Oh, God. Cruiser. You got Nightwish's autograph. Very nice.
Oh, nice. Oh yeah, Slipknot is definitely a classic, and so is Evanescence.
I know Evanescence. Wait, they did
Who doesn't know Evanescence? They were a meme at a few points in the, 2010s.
Well, I mean, I mostly remember them for, what was it, Bring Me to Life? Wake me up!
Yes, that was the name of the song.
Good.
I have an entire... There is one song, though, on that exact same album. It's track number 4, and it makes me cry all the time.
Oh.
I forget the name of the song, but... great, I gotta look it up now. Fallen, that was the original, let's see, My Immortal, that was the name of the song, and it makes me cry every time.
Wait, wasn't My Immortal also the name of a really bad fanfic?
I wouldn't be surprised if it wasn't. Or if it was.
Okay, well, the chat is going gaga. Oh, Inquisitor 751, Rammstein.
Linkin Park, yep. Oh, Rob Zombie was one of the songs that I grew up on. Or the bands, sorry, not the songs.
Ah, yes. Oh, here it is. My Immortal is a Harry Potter-based fanfiction seriously published on fanfiction.net. Though notable for its convoluted narrative and constant digressions, the story largely centers on non-canonical female vampire character and her relations with characters of the Harry Potter series, particularly her romantic with Draco Malfoy. My Immortal is popularly regarded as one of the worst works of fanfiction ever written. Now think about all the fanfiction out there and how you have to really work to be regarded as one of the worst.
I don't know if you can hear it, but I'm currently rubbing the temples of my head.
I can hear the despair in the silence. Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to chat with you again.
Disturbed did an excellent cover of that song.
Oh, yes, I listened to that one.
I should have brought alcohol with me.
That would also make a good song title. Probably country, though.
Well, there is a song called Drinking on a Plane that is a country song. There's also a Seathard song called Country Song. And it's about getting away from somebody who's absolutely disgusting. So I wouldn't know what that means, but... System of a Down, I had a poster.
For some reason, what you're describing reminds me of Real Big Fish and their song Hometown.
Oh, whenever I think of Real Big Fish, I think of that song that goes, I know you too well to like you anymore. That song makes me laugh.
Hometown makes me laugh too, but only for the... Basically, it's them singing, I hope you got the... out of our hometown. And it ends, you know what I'm talking about, don't you? Damn it. And the way he delivers it, I crack up every time.
I have not listened to Real Big Fish in a long time. I should probably check them out again and see how they're doing music-wise.
Let's see.
It's been a while.
Oh, it's been a while for a lot of things. There's some, actually talking about this makes me remember there's so much good music and bands out there. It's too much to sometimes cover the whole shebang. But that's a happy problem.
Yeah. Yeah, indeed. I mean, if there's good music, there's a lot to listen to. There's always a variety. That's why I have a music playlist dedicated to whatever I'm feeling like at the time.
Meanwhile, I'm sometimes finagling with Spotify. It's like, no, I don't want to listen to this song. This isn't even the same genre. How did you get this song?
Do you ever have, like, a playlist that has, like, a set amount of music, but you always, like, kind of scroll down for the song that you actually want to listen to?
Oh, yes. It's like, no.
That's me all the time.
It's like, no, yes, no. Kind of takes away the whole idea of a recommended playlist.
Oh, yeah.
But I can't help it. I knows what I likes. And I likes what I listens to.
Okay, Nickelback, I grew up on, and I enjoy them unironically. However, I would not consider them metal.
I, too, enjoyed their work. I've a little disappointed with how they treat their fans.
Yeah.
I mean, it's one of...
It always sucks.
Yeah, but after a time, you learn to separate the product from the creator. It's how I can still enjoy Harry Potter and Ender's Game.
Though, I do have a confession throughout all this.
You haven't watched Harry Potter?
No, I've seen Harry Potter. I've read... My grandmother, while she was deployed in England for a while, yeah, she sent us, like, the original Harry Potter books at the time from the military base to us.
Nice.
So I've seen it. I've read it. But the confession I'm trying to make, though, even though I am an avid music fan, I've never been to a concert yet.
I'll tell you something true. I've only been to one concert, and it was Weird Al Yankovic.
Lucky.
Actually,
that's a good concert to go to.
Especially when they had a bunch of stormtroopers dancing to Yoda. But I too have never been big in the concert scene. I'm not sure why. It's just never been a thing for me.
It's ironic for me because my mother and, well, my Aunt Mickey, before she sadly passed on, they used to go to concerts all the time. Didn't even matter who the band was during the time. It was always a rock concert. And my Aunt Mickey either did two things. She either always got into a fight with everybody in the audience during the time, or she got everybody backstage that she was with.
Sounds good either way.
It was one of two things.
It's always one or the other with those folks.
Yeah, I know that there was a specific point where Bon Jovi, for example, was really new, and they were opening up for Whitesnake. Oh. Yeah, my mom went to that concert before Bon Jovi got popular.
Nice. Also, gotta give a quick shout out. I've been raided by Argodamon over on Twitch with a party of 21. An invasion, says Alexandre Boogadoo BR. All hail the derp. Nightmation, who just recently followed, thank you for that. But I've been raided. Yeah. Well, Sir Edward 1234, you may take our ponies, but you'll never take our fandom. At Midnight Industries. Oh, nice. This is Sparta, says Midnight Industries. Now this is Spitter. I get weird on these streams.
Who doesn't?
Probably someone who just listened to me and clicked away is like, oh God, what is wrong with that man?
Well, they're boring, so meh.
Oh, Sir Edward, threatening to steal the fandom. If you can figure out how, I will hail thee as the king of thieves. Let's see. Lost Ranger got to meet Weird Al and get his autograph. Lucky devil.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't usually go concerts or meet celebrities and whatnot. Closest thing I've done to that was everybody in the Brony fandom before I, kind of backed out of it.
It was through the Brony fandom I got to at least shake John Delancey's hand. Of course, I had a panel going on shortly after Delancey had wrapped up his Q&A. Pitch black. He's talking with his agent, and I come up and I just say, I just want to thank you for all you've done. I'm sure he didn't even see my face in the dark, but I got to shake his hand.
Hey, that's so cool, man.
Yep. It's
actually, fun fact, John Delancey is actually an alumni at my college.
And what?
Huh?
Well, there you go.
Yeah, I'll get you proof in a bit. Yeah, I believe he came out with a theater degree from my thing. And let me go back to our chat. Actually listed on my campus website.
Let's see here. A little further in. My goodness. There we go. That's a crazy looking wing right there. Oh, but it's my left wing. Huh? I'm a left winger. So let's see.
Old man, I don't think we should get into politics. That's just a recipe for disaster right there.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know. If I'm old, aren't I supposed to be getting all political? Back in my day. God, back in my day,
yeah.
The biggest scandal was between the president and his secretary. I miss that. I'm strangely nostalgic for it.
Oh my God.
I mean, when that was the worst thing going on in politics, I didn't know how good I had it. But either way.
But yeah, little fun fact. Also, Steve Harvey was an alumni at my college, so there's that too. Which is pretty cool.
Given that he interviewed AC Racebest once, wouldn't it be funny if he ever came to a convention? Be like, I'm about to experience the madness directly.
It's a small world we live in sometimes.
Indeedy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Battleship Agincourt. I am going to use this Silver-Quill in, I hope, many a video. I've also been experimenting on how I lay out my my models or my characters for a video to try and cut down on production time, which is my big weakness. Well, that and pickles, but you know.
Yeah. Don't you hate that?
Yeah, it takes work to actually create something. You gotta spend all that time and care. God, how lame. I hate it so much. Blend W and blend S Rickroll. I'm not sure what that means.
Honestly, the only thing I could think of when it comes to Blend S is the anime.
There's an anime called Blend Us?
I believe so.
God blend us, everyone.
It's an anime.
Egads. This is like the prequel to there's an app for that. There's an anime for that.
And paste.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, there we go. Oh, double dang. Mix that up. Oh dear, Safi, I still call you Safi. Once Sapphire Heart Song, now Anime
It's okay.
Christy. I realize I'm keeping you longer than I promised. We're in the overtime.
Yeah, I was actually about to ask you, it's like, how long does this actually take?
Well, she's at the breaking point, everyone. She's like,
still though, I'm enjoying my time.
She's all like, oh God, much longer do I have to talk to this old codger?
Oh no, it's not that. I've actually had to like keep my voice down because I actually ended up having to mute myself in the middle of the stream as my dad called me and said, "You need to keep it down." It's like, oh hell.
Oh, alrighty. Well, you know what?
It was the equivalent to what did I do now?
We were talking before the stream about when people called to us. If ever I heard all the syllables in my name, I knew I was doomed. You know, my family's going, Timothy! Rising with each syllable.
It's always the middle name, man. It's always the middle name.
Oh, the middle name spells doom. But
I'm sure everybody in chat relates.
Yee. Well, I think I'm at a good stopping point. A little bit more shading, and I think Anime Quill is about good to go.
Yay!
I am pleased with how this is turning out.
I'm pleased that you're pleased
And Christy,
with how it's turning out.
Well, I appreciate your company and feedback, and this art sketch you gave that inspired so much of this. You're far too hard.
I still can't believe I drew that, like, what, 3 years ago? 4 years ago?
And I'm only now acting on it. That's how slow I am. But you are far too hard on yourself. This is wonderful work.
Yeah. During the time, it was good work.
Well, during the time.
But as we all do, we evolve.
Exactly. So we'll continue to evolve this design, but that can wait another night. I think we all need to go to our places and either have some dinner or have a rest or, well, have some video games. Or
My place, Legends Arceus.
Or play the Arceus.
Arceus.
Yep. Watch out for the Mantine.
Yes.
That's all I can say. Watch out for the Mantine.
I'll be sure to do that.
Bloody Mantine. I will destroy them all. Well, in the meantime, folks, if you would like to see some of Christy's wonderful artwork, hit up the link in the description that will take her to her card, and that will provide links to everywhere. I mean it.
Including my Etsy shop, which you guys should totally buy something.
Exactly.
You don't have to, it's okay.
Well, but please
Free shipping for orders over $35.
There you go. So, yes, go forth and check it out. I implore ye. So, and thanks again to Argo Daemon for the raid. Also, Argo... There was also Broken Obsidian 21, who also followed during the stream. Much appreciated.
Oh, nice.
So, everyone, thank you for the follows. Thank you for the raids. Thank you for just a good time in general.
And thank you for the good time.
So, excellent.
I came out so wrong. I am so sorry.
Oh, no. We can always...
Oh, damn it. It's gonna haunt me for the rest of my days.
It's funny how often I hear that from my guests. Well, in any case, everyone, I wish...
Well, at least you have an uncomfortable laughter.
There you go. Also, I have your soundbite that I can use as a special effect.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Well, in the meantime, I want to wish everyone a wonderful weekend, a good start to February, as that's up and coming quick, and I will catch you all again. So, be safe and be well. I'm Silver-Quill,